Before a samurai drew his sword, the battle was already decided. Not by strength, not by speed, not by the weight of the blade in his hand. It was decided in the 10,000 mornings that came before, the silent hours of practice in cold courtyards when no one was watching and no one applauded. The warrior who stood unshaken in the storm was not forged in the storm. He was forged in the stillness that preceded it. This is the way of discipline, and it is not what most people believe it to be. We have been taught that discipline is a cage, a set of rules pressed against our nature, a force that denies us pleasure and punishes desire. But the samurai understood something that the ordinary mind refuses to accept. Discipline is not a restriction, it is a sharpening. A sword left unattended will rust, a mind left untamed will drift, pulled by fear, by comfort, by the noise of the world. True discipline is the daily act of returning to your blade, running the whetstone along its edge and making it sharper than it was yesterday. It does not imprison you, it makes you capable of things the undisciplined mind can never reach. It is not a wall that keeps you in, it is a shield that keeps chaos out. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman who ever lived, did not speak of talent, he spoke of the way. He rose before dawn, he trained alone, he studied not only the sword, but painting, poetry, and the nature of stillness. He understood that mastery is not a destination you arrive at, it is a direction you walk in every single day. The Japanese call this Kaizen, the philosophy of small, continuous improvement, not the dramatic transformation, not the single heroic act, just 1 degree better today than you were yesterday. This is how you follow the way. You do not need to reinvent yourself, you need to return to yourself daily. You wake with intention. You protect the first hour of your morning like a samurai guards the gate. You remove what dulls the blade, the endless scrolling, the hollow noise, the distractions dressed as pleasure. You choose one practice and you honor it without negotiation. Small rituals, unbreakable consistency, that is the way. But why does it work? Why does discipline, over time, feel less like effort and more like nature? Because the mind is not a fixed thing, it is a current, and like water, it flows in the direction it is most often led. Every time you act against the voice that says, "Not today," you weaken that voice. Every time you honor your commitment when it is hard, you lay one more stone in the foundation beneath your feet. This is what the Zen masters understood, that the temporary emotion is not the self. The tiredness, the doubt, the desire to stop, these are clouds, they pass. But the man who has trained himself to act regardless of the clouds does not wait for clear skies. He moves forward through all weather. Discipline does not silence the mind's storms. It makes you indifferent to them. And here is where the warrior's path reveals its deepest secret. Discipline is not static. It compounds. The first week is difficult, the first month slightly less so. The first year transforms you in ways you cannot fully measure, but others will see. And after years of walking this way, you do not feel the weight of your practice anymore. It has become who you are. The sword and the swordsman are no longer separate. This is what the samurai called mushin, the empty mind, not empty of thought, but empty of resistance, moving with full presence, full power, without hesitation. You will not be the same person who first heard these words. That is the promise the way makes to those who walk it honestly. The question the warrior asks every morning is not, "Do I feel ready?" It is simply, "Do I begin?" Begin.